Hola, folks.
Let's declare a pandemic amnesty. Let's declare a pandemic amnesty by Emily Oster. Where do we even begin with this?
Hey, excuse me, don't think that you fooled me. I remember everything you said. You tried to use me, thought you could abuse me. Now you think you'll get me to forget. Muted me, looted me, uprooted me. And I remember everything you did. You act so cool to me, attack so brutally. And think I ever could forgive. The answer is no. The answer is no. No, hell no. My answer's still no. You lost all my trust when you auctioned off your soul. Case closed. I'll always say no. No repentance for the unforgivable. And it's so cold how you made us miserable, but we still never broke and we brought back what you stole. I suppose you might have some remorse, but I've been burned before, so I'll never let it go. The answer is no. The answer is no. For the nursing home victims, traumatized children, advocates of freedom rotting in the prison, stopping up protesters, dragging off the pastors, heart attacks in high schoolers and babies full of tumors, cancer patients dead from lack of treatment, shut down businesses and suffocating infants, nurses making double time, dancing in a conga line, addicts dead of suicide and hospitalized homicide. No amnesty for me. We say hell no. Get no amnesty, no amnesty for me. I said no. Get no amnesty, no amnesty for me. I said hell no. Get no amnesty, no amnesty for me. Still said no. Get no amnesty, no amnesty for me. I said hell no. Get no amnesty, no.
You people need to be punished because you clearly haven't learned your lesson. It's not even a matter of like getting satisfaction for something that was done wrong to us back then. It's about trying to not let that happen again. And if you don't want this to happen again, if you don't want to live in a world in a media atmosphere where one side is viciously silenced while the other side is totally wrong and unquestioned and uncontested in the public sphere, if you want to avoid the existence of that contention ever again, then the people that did it need to be punished.
But, you can just see him in there, hitting that bottle.
Yeah, exactly. Folks need to be punished for all the shit that's been going on in the name of COVID and all this other nonsense. Like, nobody's going to be serving jail time, though. Nobody. Nobody's going to be paying any fines. Nothing's going to happen, guys. Like, I don't know if y'all have realized this yet, but, the government and the corporations are on their side. And we're on another side. We're not in the same ballpark as them. We never have been. We never will be. None of these politicians stand for any of us. They're all just puppets for somebody else. Yeah, whatever happened to no taxation without representation? Well, where's my representation? Because I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. Where's my representation? Because every corporation has their own they've got their own representation. But I don't. I don't have anybody in the White House or in Congress or in the Senate. Even locally, I don't have any representation. I'm told that I'm representative because apparently I'm given a choice between two different, people for the most part. And they just both align with a little bit of column A or a little bit of column B. Well, what if I'm neither of those? What happens then? And, well, what happens then is I'm just not represented. And that's just completely fucked. We have money. We can always find money for war. You ever notice that? Like, there's never a question of budgets when it comes to war. But for some reason, we can't give our veterans proper medical care. We can't house the homeless. We can't feed the hungry within our own borders, too. And I'm not even talking about worldwide. We can't do any of those things, but we sure as shit have enough money to pay for war. Think of that, all that money that they sent to Ukraine. Just think about it. And I'm neither for Ukraine nor am I for Russia. What I am for is minding my own fucking business. If there is shit going on that side of the world, then that is that side of the world's fucking problem. Uh, you know, if if my neighbor has something going on, like Canada or Mexico, I should probably help them first before anybody else because they're my neighbor. They're the guys I gotta coexist with and everything. It's not our job to be over there. It never has been, it never was, and it never should have been. We are not the world police force, and I do believe in freedom. But I also believe in letting people learn to wipe their own ass too. Like, we had to go to war, we had to fight with the British and everything, we had to earn our independence and everything. And a lot of these third world countries just can't get stabilized because it just never happens. The people just don't seem there. It always ends up being like 20 to 30% of a bunch of shitbags ruling over the other 70 to 80% in a country. And they keep electing bad people, or they keep having elections stolen, or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's their responsibility. It's your responsibility for your own country. And I feel like we have stuck our nose in everywhere else for so long that we have forgot to look in our own yards and see the bullshit going on. The fucking Patriot Act, all the fucking surveillance, all the fucking constitutional right violations, uh, the militarization of law enforcement. And they've turned law enforcement into a source of revenue too. So, they are more motivated to pass laws to make common things illegal, because then they're like, okay, well, we can get all that money from all bail and tickets and citations and everything. I don't know, it's just completely fucked. But we should be more worried about what's going on in our own backyard, you know. I don't think the answer to death is more death. I was talking to somebody the other day about it, and they were like, you know, when 9/11 happened, we went over there and we freed uh, that dictator and everything, and you know, stopped the terrorist attacks. And well, my first thing is like, you know, first thing is well, yeah, you know, I don't still don't think we should have went over there. And he's like, wow, you know, the terrorist attacks would have kept happening, and I just told him that freedom is dangerous. It's not our business to do that and go over there. And okay, you know what? You know, the people who died on 9/11. The response to that, to me, would be to just, you know, bomb the shit out of over there. You know, turn that place into a parking lot where the terrorists are at. By the way, we trained the Taliban. The CIA uh, started the whole thing. They gave them all the training, everything, taught them to make fucking IEDs and all that jazz. And, you know, like the government does, they betrayed them and then they got pissed off. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying they're good people. I'm just saying that our people are worse because they made those people. They manufactured those people. Had they not, where would we be right now? Would that have even happened had we not had an organization within our government over there meddling and fucking around? I don't know. And the CIA's been meddling and fucking around in all kinds of countries in the under the guise of like national security and stuff like that, you know. I don't know. I really don't see it. I think our national security is nukes. And if you fuck with us, we just turn your country into a fucking parking lot. We don't send people. We don't do anything. Just there you go. Problem solved. We just want to exist. I don't think we should be interfering with anybody else. I think if we're sending aid, it should be food only. We shouldn't be no military aid. None. It's not what we're here for. We are here to be free and to be a beacon of that to the rest of the world. And we can't even get that right now. We got fucking city councils telling people that they can't own chickens, you know? We have a federal government that's basically, you have to pay them for permission to own land with property tax, which I don't know how they get away with it. I'd like to look into the laws and challenge it, but I don't have that kind of money. But it would be nice if people had that avenue where they could say, you know what, this, why am I paying the government property tax? And they're like, well, it's worth this much, so we're just taxing that much. Okay, we'll tax that one time. You don't get to tax it every year. Well, the value changes. Well, it's not giving me value. Like, I could understand property tax if I was like running like a mechanic shop or something out of my garage or whatever, you know. But if it's just a domicile, it's just my fucking home, then fuck you. I shouldn't have to pay jack fucking shit on it. I should have to pay for it the one time, then I own it, and then that's it. I don't pay a fucking property tax on this cup of coffee. I don't pay a property tax on this fucking vape. Why the fuck should I have to pay that for a fucking house? Or for a car registration? getting your fucking tags or tabs or wherever you are you want to call it. That's taxing your car. They've already taxed the car when you bought it. Why are we letting our government repeatedly tax shit over and over and over again? I get the tags thing, you know, make sure everything's in work, all the paperwork's right, it's, you know, right person's driving it and everything, but I don't think people should be paying anything over $5 for that fucking sticker. And they're like, well, we gotta get the money from somewhere. Well, how about this? How about you stop wasting the money that you do get, for starters? You know, Mobile was notorious for it, Mobile, Alabama, but they would put millions into this stupid fucking giant moon pie for every New Year's to draw in tourism and shit. Who fucking cares, dude? Just, you know how many people, homeless people, they could have fed with that? How many fucking poverty-ridden families that they could have given like a fucking bomb-ass Christmas dinner to with that money? And I'm not like communist or anything, but if the government's going to have money, they need to put it back into the fucking people, the folks who gave it to them, not this stupid fucking nonsense of we're just going to randomly do. Nobody even likes the fucking moon pie. And then all their civic centers have been fucking rotting away and shit like that. I think one of them was getting ready to be demolished when I was leaving because they don't put any money into infrastructure over there, really. Everything just pretty much is, I don't know, it's really corrupt over there. But it's just bullshit, you know? Like, it would be one thing if they were taking all of this money, they were actually doing something good with it. I mean, even though I still think it's wrong, regardless, at least then I could, like, see some kind of benefit from it, you know? There's some good coming out of it. But right now, there's not. They're fucking paying money to, like, put a bunch of doves on cocaine and see if they fuck more often when they're hopped up on cocaine. Rand Paul went on a whole tangent about it. Nobody fucking listened. As far as I know, he's the only congressman who's put people on fucking blast for the wasteful fucking spending. If they actually got their spending under control, they could probably cut taxes completely in half, if not more, federal taxes. And they would still be in a better position than they are in right now. That's fucking stupid. I don't know. Anyways, I got off early today because I've had a toothache. I'm gonna go get looked at here soon. I got an appointment. But I hope all of you are doing well and all that good stuff. But anyways, I'm about to wrap it up. I just wanted to make sure and stream a little bit while I was here. So I just got home. I wanted to smoke up. So I've been at work and sober all day. Alrighty, guys. Catch you on the flip.